sort of ritual thing or something. There was 2 glow sticks placed there
That
as
was
well.
me.
Since
That
there
was
were
me.
people
Oh, was that you?
I put the glow sticks
Oh,
there to
right.
light up the crime scene.
there
So
was also
Right.
it must have been people in the
I
town at
thought
the
it could
time,
have
so if
been
there
like
was a gunshot or anything like that,
a sort of
people
sign,
would
you
have
know.
heard it.
unless it was suppressed.
Right.
I don't think he was shot.
No,
I think he was beaten
you
to
would have
death.
heard.
Yeah, there
Someone would have heard
was no blood at the scene. There was no blood
No.
anywhere, so we had no excess of blood as far as we could see, unless the killers cleaned it up, of course.
But then surely they'd clean up the body as well.
Yeah, would have got rid of the corpse. I need to get a fucking shovel.
I think the corpse was left to send a message to people.
Hmm.
Whatever that message is, I've got no idea. But I'm assuming that whoever it is.
Means we're gonna have fucking trouble. And we need to find this killer fast. Or if killers, I don't know, what the fuck.
Yeah, it's a bit
We
of
need
an
to find
issue
them very
indeed.
quick.
Not noticed anyone in town acting strangely.
And there was the only thing I've had report of so far is the crackhead. He went into someone's house and stole something. Apparently stole a car battery. I've heard gunshots earlier on, but everyone was
Yeah, well, there was gunshots
oblivious
back
to
at that
it.
industrial area. As we were finished speaking to Jimmy as well.
Right.
That must have been when you lost your hearing for a second.
Yeah, I'm talking about earlier. There was gunshots.
Yeah. But maybe when the daylight
and-
comes, we might have to go up and check that area again. There was only 1 gunshot, maybe 5 to 10 bullets.
That was me, I think.
Right.
I shot zombie.
Was that a full auto rifle? Yeah.
No, pistol.
Oh no, this was a loud sort of AK
Shotgun.
sound. Sounded like a sort of military grade weapon, full auto type.
Well, maybe there's some sort of, I don't know.
Someone in the list with a military grade weapon or something.
He could have owed someone money. It could have been anything. People could have been looking for him. He might have reneged on an agreement that he made with someone. Anything you don't know. It's a harsh world out here in the wasteland.
There's a lot of people we
True.
haven't met yet down here.
Okay. What I will say, just keeping your eyes peeled for anyone who's been suspicious. Looks like they're being most probably in some sort of beating or whatever. Obviously, if you find anything suspicious, let me know. Obviously, this is another. You said you heard something like a mid-server weapon. We need to check everyone when they come in.
I heard
Most probably check
before we went
houses
over
as
there.
well.
Before we went over there, I heard people talking. I don't know who they were, but they were discussing something called. They said the club, or something. This was
Right.
a few minutes
Alright.
before the body was found. I don't know their names. I don't know. I didn't see them. I just overheard the conversation.
A few minutes after I showed up, on scene, a man showed up new to town called Z. He's carrying grenades and stuff as well.
Yeah, I was there.
I was just letting off a piper, no. Yeah, but we did. I think it was yourself that told him to dispose of it, or it was.
It was Ben.
Was there Ben? Yeah.
Yeah, told him to dispose of them.
Told him to dispose of them. Although I did not hear them being set off.
I didn't hear them either.
So that person may still be carrying those items, but we sent him off up into town. We didn't want him to know what was going on. We didn't know what he knew or what he didn't know. So.
We need to find this person.
I think it's more than one person. as I said before, as
Yeah, but I want to find this person. If he's got military stuff, we need to take it off him very quickly because it could be a suspect.
we headed over to speak to the lawyer, Mr. Greenberg, and before, as we were heading over there, I headed round the back because we weren't sure where his office was, and I overheard a group of people, 2 or more at least, talking about something to do with the club and something to do with that'll teach people. And I just heard snippets of the conversation, sadly, so that's
Did anyone happen to see the people that came back in the car to town?
No.
That was just before Officer Piper showed up on the scene. There was a car heading up towards town.
I don't know, but as I said, they were discussing something called, they referred to it as the club, and something about that'll teach people and pay your debts. I don't, as I said, like I only heard snippets.
Alright.
So it sounds to me as if
Person was in debt with that. He's done something and not paid for it.
well,
Is there anyone
I heard
currently missing in town?
I know Officer Prawn, when I got here, was talking about having enemies where he stayed before, a country called Chernaris.
Shit.
I believe they were called the Enders, though, not the club.
I don't know.
I think it was
They'll
the
change
Enders
the
they
name
referred to
easily
them
though.
as.
That's definitely
Yeah.
what they said was the club. Like I heard that very clearly, but they were obviously having the conversation when they were walking away from me, so it got quieter and quieter.
I also remember him speaking about a gang called the NW or something, NW something, sort of mafia style people.
I don't know.
New World Order.
Yeah, that was maybe it, yeah.
That we do have files on the New World Order, but apparently they were wiped out.
I'm
I
just
didn't tell
honestly
me
like
that.
I'm just putting across that's what I heard. I didn't tell anybody else because I didn't want to initiate panic.
Yeah. No, thanks very much for that.
Did they see you at all?
No, they didn't see me. No, I don't know. I didn't see them. I didn't see them at all. Like they were completely out of my line of sight.
You were just
Well,
thinking about your.
I suggest we keep
obviously
this
your
between
safety.
us. Maybe speak to Officer Prawn about this as well, because obviously
Well,
we don't want Lee having any trouble on his back.
Surely people need to know though if there is some sort of dark forces at work. Surely they need to be aware.
Yeah. But obviously,
There will
as you
be
said before, you didn't
alerted.
mention if you didn't want to initiate
Yeah,
panic,
we
so
don't wanna-
maybe the
we
best
don't
Don't
thing.
want to initiate panic. So maybe you as the governor could make an announcement to the town when more people are home.
I will have to announce, obviously, that someone's been found.
Yeah.
So dead. That's going to have to be announced.
Yeah, and you could.
Me and Officer Pipers took photographs if we might be able to get someone in for
I would say to
identification purposes.
I would tell people. I would inform people about this, whoever these people are, because I think people need to be aware. Because not only does it bring more work for me if people are, purely selfishly, it brings more work for me if people are worried about, let's say bandits hypothetically. Not saying that we don't know much about them. We don't know whether they are bandits or we don't know if this was some sort of personal matter or whether it is a business. But to me, a group called the Club, that sounds someone that people that have already killed someone.
Yeah, organised.
Yeah, that sounds like an organisation of some sort. Now, obviously, we don't know what they're about, but I still think people need to be made aware of the possible dangers that might be waiting outside of town.
Okay.
Well, I'll be planning to make an announcement tomorrow. I'll wait to have a lot more people in town so the word spreads a bit quicker.
Yeah, I do think. Obviously, look
Hopefully by then I get to speak to Officer Prawn and get his sort of input as well.
From a business point of view, obviously it helps me out, but I'm not saying it from some sort of monetary gain. I think that people do need to be aware of the dangers that lie outside of our relative little safe zone that we have here.
Yeah, maybe I have to start telling people to go out in packs as well.
Or hire
just for the
someone
time
to
being,
protect
maybe.
them,
Oh yeah, well,
But yeah, no. Aside from that, I do think it's something that the police should look into. Because it wasn't so much the words that these people were saying; it was the way they were saying them. There was intent laced in the words. There was violence and I don't know if you could say evil in sentences, but you could
I
hear
get where you're
from
coming
the
from.
attitude of the guys speaking that there was definitely something at work.
Is this PE system up and running now? Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Um,
That'll
it
come in
should
handy.
be.